Hi Jason, it's Mike here, and I'm not typing because it makes my stomach upset to type when I'm on a bus. I'm whispering because I don't want to disturb everyone. But yeah, so this is Busan. I just wanted to answer a few things that you sent me by email. So yeah, basically, 190 is the ideal weight for a person who's 6'3", because I know that, like, aesthetically, I'm sure that you at 218 or 217 at 6'1" looks great, and I'm sure that even 217 on even somebody shorter would look great too. But when they consider body mass index, or a BMI index, they're considering visceral fat, which means like fat that's that you can't see, like such as near the organs. That when that happens, then you can get like fatty liver disease, or there's other multiple problems. But I agree. I mean, I've been 220, and they said I was obese, and it didn't make any sense because at 220 I look great. I look skinny. Which makes sense, right? Because I'm only two inches taller than you, but at 4 pounds heavier than I should be, should look great, and I do. So if you're just talking about looks, it's fine. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, you were talking about the virtual reality. That would be really fun. Yeah, hopefully, in 10 or 20 years, the prices come down. We could all hang out and be young again. That would be awesome. Yeah, see you and Aiden and maybe a couple of your new friends hang out together in your place in Ottawa. I used virtual reality in Korea, actually. One time was at Busan Movie Museum, and there were about 4 different movies that you could choose, and Carol and our nephews, they chose touring Busan. But I said, I live in Busan, I've seen all these places, I don't need to, I said I don't need to see Busan. So I chose the zombie apocalypse. So I was like in a wheelchair and somebody was pushing me around a cave, and there were like people shooting zombies that were trying to kill me. And then this woman came up and she put her hands on my knees. I mean, it was in the virtual reality world, and she looked right into my eyes. It was so realistic, so I can imagine, like, if say a person was very lonely and they needed a female companionship or male companionship, then that would be really really interesting. Yeah, I have to pay attention here. I make sure I get off at the right bus station, bus stop. So yeah, the other one was, it was one of these silly like shooting games, and but it was really fun. It was like a video game. We had a gun, and I was with my nephews and Carol, and we're shooting monsters, and we had to act together as like a military unit. But imagine if it was a little bit more, let's say, docile, like we could all just sit around, drink some beers, and have a good time. All right, man. Yeah, I don't know if I was recording before, so I'm gonna repeat what I said. So basically, I'm on a bus now, and I don't want to type because I get an upset stomach when I read and type on buses or cars. So yeah, what about the body mass index? They say, for a person who's 6'3", 190 is ideal. That's because they take into consideration visceral fat, which means fat around the organs. So if you can get down to a really skinny weight, you'll like protect yourself from say fatty liver disease and other diseases that affect the organs. Yeah, I know though that like 6'3", that does sound really skinny. And yeah, you at 6'1", only 2 inches shorter than me, you would look great. Yeah, physically, aesthetically, at 217 pounds, like you said that you are. or 218, but for purposes of just health, I know it doesn't seem to make sense, because like at 220 I look awesome, but then the doctor will say, well, you're in the obese category. It doesn't make any sense, you know. So anyway, and what does make sense when you consider the health. Oh, by the way, this is across the street there, that's the train station, and on the right is not this street, but you see over there it says well, that's actually the Vanti, and one parallel block over, it's a place called Texas Street, and it's a lot of foreigners like to go there, Chinese, Russians. It's a very international street. At night gets pretty rowdy, but during the day you can get some good Russian bread and Chinese food, Filipino food, and yeah, I'm sure they have Uzbek food. Oh yeah, there's little India. So it's not quite what it used to be. It's a little bit more civilized these days, but you can get like a really good products there for food, you know, that you can't buy anywhere else in Busan, like goat dumplings and stuff. Anyways, right now I'm on the way to a job. It's Saturday, but yeah, I work from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. teaching at a community center. So I teach 2 hours of kids from 10 to 12, and then I teach adults, two adult classes. Yeah, so that's a good reply, I guess, to your email. Have a good one, man. Bye.